An abusive narcissist will be crazy forever if you can do these 8 magical things to him. Are you feeling ensnared in the midst of narcissistic chaos? Do you yearn to flip the script and disrupt their control? Well, I've got something special for you. Today, we're going to delve into 8 actions that will send a narcissist spiraling into utter chaos. These unexpected reactions will leave these self-absorbed individuals bewildered. But hang on. Before we dive into the details, be sure to hit that all-important subscribe button and activate the notification bell. Why? Because I have a treasure trove of life-saving content in the works, and trust me, you won't want to miss a single update. Now, here's the disclaimer. If the narcissist in your life has perpetrated physical abuse, please discard any thoughts of these tips. Your top priority should be seeking assistance from your local domestic violence center. However, if that's not your situation, brace yourself for these 8 astounding suggestions that will utterly unhinge a narcissist. Are you ready to witness their entitled and heartless egos go up in flames? Let's come together and drive them absolutely wild. If you've found yourself entangled with a narcissist, you may be wondering, how can I give them a taste of their own medicine? How can I bring them to their knees or drive them to the brink of madness? In today's video, we'll explore 8 powerful tactics to make a narcissist go absolutely crazy. These are unexpected responses that the narcissist never saw coming. But before we begin, make sure you get that subscribe button and activate the notification bell so you never miss any of my future videos. If you're new to my channel, a warm welcome. However, I want to stress a crucial point. If the narcissist in your life has been physically abusive towards you or anyone else, please refrain from using the suggestions in this video. Instead, I strongly encourage you to reach out to your local domestic violence center for support. But if that doesn't apply to your situation, let's explore these 8 tactics that will push the entitled and ruthless narcissist to the point of insanity. Number 1. Rejecting the Hoover. If you've navigated the tumultuous journey of a toxic relationship, you're likely familiar with the dreaded devaluation phase followed by the Hoover. The Hoover is the manipulative ploy the narcissist deploys to draw you back into their grasp, only to subject you to further mistreatment later on. Perhaps you've endured this cycle multiple times before. However, if you want to turn the tables on the narcissist, rejecting their Hoover will drive them to the brink of madness. Until now, they succeeded with their manipulative tactics, but your rejection disrupts their elaborate game plan entirely. After subjecting you, or their new source, to the chilling silent treatment, they'll inevitably try to hoover you back in for their emotional sustenance. Many mistake this as genuine remorse and a willingness to work on the relationship, but it's merely another calculated tactic to trap you within their narcissistic vortex. But here's the twist. Rejecting their Hoover is an unexpected move that drives them absolutely wild. Why would you turn down their offer? Their mind games and manipulations hold no sway over you any longer. You're no longer susceptible to their false displays of remorse. By rejecting the Hoover, you demonstrate that you've grown beyond their patterns of emotional turmoil. Number 2. Rejecting triangulation. The primary tool in a narcissist's arsenal to establish control is to instill feelings of undesirability and rejection in their target. This tactic typically emerges when they become dissatisfied with the current state of the relationship, discover a new source of supply, or successfully hoover their way back into the picture. They may assert that things are not working out, or that they have found someone else, all while attempting to keep you entangled in their manipulative web. They might craft a deceptive narrative about wanting to end things with the new partner, but feeling unable to do so. This is where the strategy of triangulation comes into play. They adeptly pit you against others, compelling you to compete for their attention and affection, leading you to modify your appearance or behaviors in a futile attempt to be more appealing in their eyes. However, as I've emphasized in previous videos, appearance, income, and education hold no significance for a narcissist. Not even drastic physical transformations will ever be sufficient to secure their genuine affection or maintain their exclusive interest in you. Therefore, when you discover that the narcissist is pursuing new targets or is already involved in an affair, refusing to engage in their triangulation games and gracefully walking away becomes the ultimate assertion of power. The game is over, and they can move on to their next source of supply while you exit the stage with dignity. This rejection robs them of their control, leaving them infuriated by the realization that they'd lost their hold on you. Number 3. Guard against emotional vulnerability. A common trap for victims of narcissistic abuse is the misguided belief that the narcissist genuinely cares about their emotions and feels remorse for their actions. Consequently, these victims become emotionally vulnerable, revealing their deepest fears, disappointments, and wounds to the narcissist. Unbeknownst to them, the narcissist is collecting this information for their personal gain, utilizing cognitive empathy. Instead of truly empathizing with their victim, they exploit these vulnerabilities and wounds to intensify their abuse. They specifically target the areas they know will cause the most pain, all because their victim was open about their weaknesses. To exacerbate the situation, this continuous emotional vulnerability makes it simpler for the narcissist to hoover you back into their toxic clutches. They recognize that when they storm out of the room after a heated argument, they can use the data they possess to concoct the perfect Hoover. This is precisely why, as emphasized in the first tip, rejecting their Hoover is of utmost importance. By doing so, you strip them of their power and demonstrate that their manipulative mind games hold no sway over your emotions. Number 4. Stand strong in your clarity. Maintaining unwavering clarity is a powerful method to unsettle a narcissist. Refuse to let their gaslighting tactics erode your resolve. They will employ various strategies, including manipulating your emotions and memories, to retain control over you. While love bombing and cognitive empathy may seem enticing, they are nothing more than calculated schemes to hinder your independent thinking. Narcissists dread the idea that you might recall life before their influence, and any display of autonomy on your part drives them into a frenzy. Keeping a journal and confiding in a trusted loved one can be invaluable in discerning the illusions spun by the narcissist. Armed with these resources, you can thwart their attempts to distort your reality and instill self-doubt in your intuition. Clinging steadfastly to your clarity becomes a thorn in the narcissist's side, and they will persistently strive to break you down. However, by preserving your own sense of reality, you empower yourself to resist their manipulations. Number 5. Expose their tactics. Revealing your awareness of the narcissist's manipulative tactics is an effective way to shake their foundation. Start small by presenting tangible evidence of their questionable actions, such as text messages or articles about narcissism. You might even enlist a new source of information to disclose the narcissist's misdeeds. However, these are merely initial tactics. Truly signaling to the narcissist that their charade is over demands a distinct approach. You no longer need to furnish evidence of their gaslighting, infidelity, or deceit. These aspects have already been established. Instead, convey through your actions that you see through their facade. Decline to be entangled in circular conversations or drawn into their narcissistic vortex. When they endeavor to deflect from their own behavior by revisiting past events or attempting to manipulate you, simply walk away. Alternatively, deliver a dismissive whatever to demonstrate that their tactics no longer faze you. There's no necessity to explicitly inform them that you're wise to their ways anymore, that your actions speak louder than words. Number 6. Refuse their absurdity. Prepare yourself for a verbal onslaught from the narcissist. They will diminish and demean you, asserting that you are worthless, dull, and unappealing. All the while, they expect you to express gratitude for their mere presence. This form of abuse can be mentally toxic if you internalize their words. However, there is a strategy to reverse the situation on the narcissist. When they unleash their barrage of verbal abuse, decline to engage. Refrain from crying, pleading, or displaying any emotional reaction. In fact, you can take the high road and calmly exit the room, even mid-sentence. This unexpected behavior will disorient the narcissist and fuel their fury. Certainly, they may persist in their verbal assault, attempting to provoke a reaction. However, do not yield to their manipulations. Decline to internalize their hateful comments and deny them the satisfaction of seeing you upset. It's akin to the art of jiu-jitsu when dealing with narcissists. The unexpected reversal weakens their grip, indicating true victory. Number 7. Withhold your attention. Narcissists thrive on attention and admiration, treating it as if it were essential for their survival. They constantly seek validation from others to maintain their fragile self-esteem, draining the energy of those around them to keep their egos aflame. Negative attention acts as a drug for them, feeding their insatiable craving and exploiting the trauma bond it creates to keep you ensnared. Yet, silence communicates more effectively than words to a narcissist. Indifference becomes their Achilles heel. They would rather be despised than ignored. Being unseen or overlooked, especially by those they aim to control, is intolerable for them. Simply adopting the grey rock technique won't be sufficient. The most effective option is complete avoidance, severing all contact. In situations where co-parenting or work obligations demand interactions with a narcissist, employing strategies for minimal modified contact is advisable. Nevertheless, if feasible, treat them as if they don't even exist. Block their communication, change your email, and reject their attempts to hoover you back in. By denying them any form of acknowledgement, you unravel their sanity. Remember, it's not about punishing them or teaching them a lesson. It's about safeguarding yourself. Narcissists make you pay for the slightest perceived slights, so don't give them the opportunity to inflict further harm. Number 8. Embrace change. In narcissistic relationships, the narcissist holds all the power. We might think that standing up to them involves yelling, arguing, or exposing their misdeeds. However, if we choose to remain in the toxic dynamic, we inadvertently fuel their ego and invite more abuse. To genuinely take a stand, we must follow the steps outlined in the previous 7 tips. Narcissists detest change, especially when they lack control. Staying in a toxic relationship only perpetuates our resentment and frustration. Shaking things up is the key to liberation. If we persist in staying, no amount of evidence or confrontation will make a difference. It is therefore essential to disrupt the pattern and introduce change. Whether they become infuriated or deny their own wrongdoing is inconsequential. Simply defying their expectations is enough to send them into turmoil. Our ultimate goal is not to drive them insane, but to break free from their oppressive rule. Number 9. Cut the bonds. A narcissist's deepest fear is losing a dependable source of supply. However, attempts to outsmart them, engage in arguments, or cause harm to their possessions only intensify their manipulative tactics. We end up being painted as the crazy ones while they effortlessly continue their mind games. The genuine route to reclaiming power involves prioritizing our well-being and definitively ending the toxic relationship. Walking away becomes the ultimate blow to a narcissist, undeniable proof that they no longer wield control over us. It stands as the most potent form of retaliation, pushing them to the edge of insanity. While departing may stir up feelings of guilt or sympathy, it's crucial to realize that these emotions are essentially the narcissist's influence lingering in our minds. They will readily seek alternative sources for their needs. Our departure is a vital act of self-preservation, not driven by malice or resentment. Staying ensnared with a narcissist only leads to our own emotional and psychological detriment. The sole method to break free from this relentless cycle is by prioritizing our well-being and enforcing a firm no-contact policy. If you found this guidance helpful and seek additional support on your healing journey, take a moment to explore the links provided in the video description. I provide coaching sessions and personalized programs crafted to aid you along the way. Visit my website for more information. Don't forget to like and subscribe to ensure you keep receiving my videos in your feed. With that, we wrap up today's video. Thank you for being here and watching until the end. Take care, and until next time.